Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing this Suikoden 2 HD Remaster. I'm actually just about to do the ending here. Actually, I don't think I actually saved here. I should probably do that. Alright, let's see here. So here's Victor and Flick. Hey Ryu, where do you think you're going? Got some business to solve. Look, there is a great power within you, and I don't mean that rune on your hand either. You've shouldered the hopes of many people, and you have a duty to carry them through to the end. And that goes for all those who died in this war, too. Leave it, Flick. He needs to do this. But I just want you to remember one thing, Ryu. You've always got a home to come back to here. So one of the endings is actually just going into the meeting room. But we're gonna do the best ending. Oh, what? They only went off to one of the towns nearby to restock on spirits. Oh, okay, so we can't actually add anybody to the party. Alright. Huh? What? You want to teleport somewhere? Yes, I do. Alright, so let's see here. Rock axe. Oh, I can't remember the name of the heroes. Is it Kiaro? Coronet. Dot, Two River, Lake West. Yeah, let's go to Kiaro. Ah. Okay, yeah, so this is the hero's house. I want to see something here real quick. Yeah, Hunter Orb. I'm not gonna use this, but the Hunter Orb is kind of cool. Oh, trio painting. Forgot about that. 30 punch. That's right. I think that is what the hero and Joey buried at the beginning of the game. Well, no, I'm sorry. I think you see that in like a flashback. Alright, so we need to go up here. Holy crap. It is wild to be back here. It feels like a lifetime ago that I started playing this walkthrough. Oh man. I should see how many videos this one is compared to Suikoden 1. I mean it feels like it's a similar amount of time. But man, Suikoden 1, the drop rates are so bad, so like it seems like whenever I play, I always do so much more farming for Suikoden 1. Oh my god, this is quite the journey here. I don't think we're even to where the camp was at, right? Oh, here he is. I lied. Ryu, you came. Just like you promised. Here we are once again. This is where our journey began. You and I started out walking the same path, but ended up going our separate ways at some point. Even so, I have no regrets. If I were to regret my actions, I would have done so already when I betrayed the city-states and assassinated Lady Annabelle. You and I were a lot alike. We were both aiming for the same thing, but I the Highland camp after I helped you both escape. I was captured and brought before Luca Blight again. I hated his brutal ways, it's true, but I can't deny that I admired his strength a little bit at the same time. I thought, if I was that strong, I could protect everyone, that I could create a gentle world where no one would ever be hurt again. But no, forget about it. This is a battle between the King of Highland and the leader of the Dragon Army. This is truly the final battle. I'm gonna say we don't need to fight. Yes, we do, Ryu. So I gotta say, I like the symbolism in at the end of La Renouille, or whatever the name of that place is, and picking up Joey's or Joey leaving his coat there, because it feels to me like he's going back to the old Joey, but then here, you know, I don't know, fighting him here doesn't seem as appropriate, which I guess is why we just defend to get the good ending. And that is, if you want the best ending, you have to just keep defending. You're the leader of the Dragon Army, Ryu. Not anymore. I'm just Ryu today. Let's finish this long, long battle. It's pretty impressive that Joey's still doing a bit of damage here. Fought the final battle with Joey. I guess you only have to defend 3 times. Okay. Why? Why have you come all this way, only to now decide not to fight? There's no reason we must fight. Oh, but there is, to remove any trace of the Highland Kingdom from this land. Agares and Luca are already dead, and I put Gilia to rest with my own hands, which makes me the last living Blight. And you are the hero that will defeat me. Extinguish the Blight bloodline once and for all, or there will always be fanatics who seek to revive the Highland Kingdom. Okay, so I guess I see why Joey, quote-unquote, killed off Gilia by using kind of a dummy. He wants the bloodline to be dead. I didn't remember that part at all when I was doing that. I guess, was that the last video or the video before? I don't know. Anyways, after all, sometimes hope can drive people to madness. Let's make our war the last to ever plague this land. Here goes, Ryu. And we're just going to keep defending. Louise. Why won't you fight, Ryu? He's doing some good damage now. You're the leader of the Dragon Army, Ryu. Let's finish this long, long battle. Why won't you fight, Ryu? Oh, I guess that was it. Ryu, I always envied you. Even in this moment, you're kind. I think that's why I betrayed you. You're loved by so many people, so Joey. I used too much power. The beast rune that Luca tried to free. I had to use my black sword rune to stop it. Our 2 runes, together they make a true rune, but when used alone, they draw upon our vital energy. Ryu, at this rate, will both die. So, I give you my life so that the 2 can become one again. Ryu, give me your right hand. I can't do that. Ryu, I'm sorry. I can't endure it anymore. All the lives that I stole, all the people I hurt. I can't do that. Please, I beg of you, don't let our dream have been for nothing. Nope, can't do it. Ryu, there's no time. Please, I'm already... I still can't. Ryu. What's happening? The rune. This power, it's healing my body. The rune of beginning. Its power to judge conflicts appears only once the bearers of the two runes that comprise it have faced each other in battle. A battle much like that which birthed our world. Despite all this, Ryu, you chose not to fight. Your spirit and those of the 108 stars of destiny. They are stronger than even the power of the true rune, the rune of beginning. Just as I thought, you possess great strength. Go forth, Ryu and Joey. The world still holds so much for you. It is full of the unknown. There's no reason for you to stay in these lands. But I murdered people with my own two hands. Lady Annabelle, Look of Blight, countless soldiers. My sins are too great, and they cannot be erased. But I believe that you, the two of you, have the strength to bear this burden and go on. The man called Joey Blight has no place in this world anymore. But if I leave this land and the name Joey behind, will I still be me? Of course. Ryu. This is the place where our journey began. How long has it been since we were first here? Let's go, Ryu. Let's make this place the beginning of our next journey. Huh. Alright. Oh, I think that's the old gear that I had on him. Wow, level 4 weapon. Brutal. Oh, sad I don't have any, like, good gear for him. I guess it's some goldlets. Alright. Level 4 weapon, though. That's rough, bro. If we hadn't run away then we'd have problems, because without you two, peace would never have come to this land. Ryu, so you're leaving after all. I had hoped that you would stay and lead this still unstable country. You're the right man to do it. But I won't try to stop you. You've certainly paid a heavy price and then some. We can ask no more of you. Go out and see the world with your own eyes. It still holds so much for you. And I hope that one day when you've finished with your journey, you'll come back. There's just one thing I have left to report. Keeping secrets isn't loyal behavior as a subordinate, but I was explicitly told not to tell you when Nanami fell in the Matilda Kingdom. What? No. Call yourself a doctor? Stop it, Flick. All you're doing now is taking your anger out on him. That won't change anything. I know that. I know. But still, it's just too unfair for Ryu. Damn, first Kiba and now Nanami? Fought so hard together, scratched out victory together, and now it just ends here like this? Damn it. Ryu. Master Shu. What? Can I speak with you inside? Master Shu. Dr. Juan, what is this? I'm sorry, I put him up to it. And I suppose you have a good reason for doing this? Yes. I'm thinking about going my separate way from Ryu for a while. That will sadden him greatly. I know that, I do, but I can't take any more of this, of Ryu and Joey fighting. I can't bear to see Ryu in pain either. When the arrows flew at us, Ryu tried to shield me with his body, and that's when I understood. Ryu shouldn't be doing such things. True, a leader can't behave like that. That's why I'm going to let you have him all to yourselves for a while. And what will you do in the meantime? I'll go back to Grandpa Genkaku's house. I think it'll be safe enough if people don't figure out that I'm back. Besides, it would be so sad if he had no home to return to once this is all over, don't you think? Finally, I have a favor to ask. If and when the time for him to come home does arrive, I want you to tell Ryo about this conversation we had. Why ask me of all people to do this? Because knowing you, you'll never tell him until it's absolutely necessary. Yes, you're right about that. Very well, I'll do it. And so that's it. Those are my final words to you as your strategist. Take good care of yourself, Commander. All right, that's it. I don't think I'm going to read through the what the stars do. You can take a look at those if you want. I'll just talk a little bit. Obviously, I love the ending, the good ending anyway. It's been a long time since I've seen any of the other endings. I'm kind of thinking I might have to do that. I don't think I'll do a video of it by any means, but. Yeah, a cute ending. I will say though, you know, Joey sends Pilika and Gilia off to, he says like another land, like in Harmonia, I think. So I don't know why he couldn't actually see them at the end. Maybe eventually, you know, he could go back to them, but you know, to be so close, obviously he sees them and then doesn't say anything. I mean, again, I guess I could see if they want to, you know, travel or something like that, but I definitely feel like they could see each other. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, you know, good game overall. I will say though, now that I've played this again, I think the war battles are actually really bad. So many of them are just like completely scripted or so close to being completely scripted that I think that most of them end up being really lame. I vaguely remember, I think it might be Suikoden 5, you know, has some really, really good ones. I don't remember any of the war battles from Suikoden 3 at all. Oh, returned to her life as a traveling performer, but often thinks of Ryo. That's cute. But yeah, anyways, I think Suikoden 5 has the really, really good war battles. I still do like Suikoden 4, honestly, I think the most out of this entire series. It's pretty close here with 2, but I don't know. I think maybe the story in 4 is a little bit more bland, but and certainly like the the villain of the story, right, is not as good as Luca. But also that's kind of one of the things that I would say I've got a little bit of an issue with this one too. Like, it feels like Luca should have been the big bad. Like, right, he kind of is for most of the story, but there's still a good chunk, you know, of the game that you know, you beat him, and he isn't the main threat anymore, and that actually does feel a little bit weird. It's a little bit like if Final Fantasy VII you took out Sephiroth, like, you know, midway through the game. Like, no, he's the big bad, right? You know, so a little criticism from me in terms of him and killing him off. I would argue too early, but you know, the story would have to change quite a bit if that wasn't the case. But yeah, anyways, I really like this one. One of the other things, though, that I will say that is a little bit of a criticism as well is the runes. A step in the right direction, right? Suikoden 1, you only had one rune, period, and there was no way to, you know, to change that. But here, you know, it's tied to your rune, or how many runes you have is tied to your level. And some of the later Suikodens change that as well. So, you know, certain characters just are never going to have 3 runes. And unfortunately, though, that does mean that the characters that do get 3 runes end up being some of the top tier, because runes are just so powerful in this. So I don't love that, but that's also one of the things that I love about 4. You can get your magic stat high enough, and literally anybody can get 3 runes in that game. So again, that's kind of one of the criticism I would have with 2, but this is still the second one, right? And they had to kind of you know, get better in that regard as the games or as the series progresses. So yeah, the other thing, you know, I took care of or took advantage of, well, a mod, you know, that let me get into Matilda early, similar to the original game, right? You could do the glitch and glitch your way into Matilda early on. That said, you know, I think generally, even on hard mode, the battling was or the battles were just super easy in this one. So, you know, yes, the performing the Matilda glitch does make a big portion of the game very, very easy, right? Because you're going to be over leveled for again a good portion. I remember Gadget getting gigantic like that. But yeah, anyways, you know, it's a while before your character levels kind of catch up to where the enemies are at, right? But that said, you know, I don't think that made like the game, oh my god, this is just so freaking easy, because the game just is easy, period. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I've got for this one. I'll let the you know, basically the stars keep playing out here, and then the credits will roll. I don't think that there's any sort of save like clearing in this one, like Suikoden 1. I could be wrong on that, but and you know, it'll be funny if I am wrong, because I actually didn't think that was going to be the case for Suikoden 1. I thought that you know, similarly to the original game, I thought that they would use your final save in Gregminster, and then of course I find out that wasn't the case, and there is basically a clear game file. But you know, and who knows, maybe they'll make a Suikoden 3 remake or something someday, and so that, you know, yeah, that would be something that they would put at the end of this one, but I don't know about that. But anyways, yeah, I'll let the 108 stars keep playing. I will say, though, stay tuned. I'm gonna do at least a character breakdown, and so that will be probably the next video. I'll throw that most likely here at the end of the walkthrough series. But anyways, that is going to be it for this one. As always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.